Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's week 1 of the NFL.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground with White. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weaver. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their left-handed quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together. And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 82 yards. And the Niners are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 48 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A give running left now, Garendo. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They start to drive with White, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds here. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They run straight ahead here with White. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Guerrero on first down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going for it all. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The drive starts with a run by White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They'll look to throw here. Finding Otten once more. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, a run from White. And now look at him go. Still going. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, 48 yards. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Isaac Guerrero, 79 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Opting to run again here with White, and he is going to lose yardage here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll try the middle with Guerrero. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Buying time to his left. And he he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Moody for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. There's a short one taken in by Otten. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up a throw. Going across the formation, there's Otten with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted. Hooked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Read option. This is White.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll go up the middle with White.
Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 3 yards out.
And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Again, it's Garendo.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That is caught. He's across midfield.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Handoff here, Garendo.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On the give, it's Garindo.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field where his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Flush to his right.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 6.
He's got a man complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up.
Look at right side, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
They give to White on the option.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, he brings it in off the deflection.
Touchdown!
Cade Otton.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And now an audible here into something else. On 2nd down, a run with Guerrero.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Oh, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Finds White.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They'll look to throw again. It's grabbed over the middle by White. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Here's 2nd down.
Back to throw again.
He's got Otten.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And looks like he'll throw here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here comes 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. Excellent season for them.